Your physique looks something similar to this, then rest assured there is hope. It won't come quick, it won't come easy, but this is how this Gorilla Platoon member looked around about 8 months later. We're nearly coming in close to finishing the job. This is the skinny fat fix. Many people have spoke about this online. I'm going to share what we do to get a result like that. So, when you're first starting out, you're obviously in the worst starting point known to man, because you are softer in terms of body fat and carrying less muscle, where there's at least some people that are just fat, they actually have some density underneath. In this example, you don't. But it's okay, we all got to start somewhere. So the very first thing we did with this individual may surprise you. We sat him just below maintenance for a good period of around 12 weeks. We got his habits for eating in good order, eating good quality whole foods under a strict calorie amount, and then also got him moving with steps and cardio. We focused mainly on getting him stronger across these first 12 weeks because we needed to create a demand for energy going in. Whereas in the past, most of you have more body fat, you have less muscle. There's no real need for like your body to need more energy. That's why you've stored it so much as adipose tissue for so long. And because we started out with literally like zero muscle, we had to really dial in training to actually build some first. A lot of the times I've done a body recomp and I've actually said to get the body fat off first and foremost. And in this analogy, because of the just sheer lack of muscle, we actually opted to do two things. One, get him stronger and build some, and number two, get his metabolism trained so that when we made changes, it would be more responsive to a drop-off. So over the course of that 12 weeks, I actually increased his feeding very slowly, only about 100 calories at a time when the scale was sat flat. If it sat flat for more than 2 weeks or dropped, I would then add another 100 calories. And I got him from like 1900 to about 2400 and holding scale weight. That's the flex there. That's the flex for someone that's really just used to putting on plenty of body fat with more food, because that's ultimately what your body will have been trained to do. So if we can get it to a point where you're training, you're doing your cardio, you're doing your steps, and you're not increasing, and we get you to use and eat more food, we're in the holy grail. Because you want to look at this first phase as a priming phase. Priming phase for fat loss, to get you responsive for fat loss. Because I guarantee most people that are skinny fat, they've gone straight into a cut and it's not really worked out. You've used a few tools, dropped a little bit, got to the bottom end of your tools and you just ran out of steam. You've nowhere to really go with it. Things aren't changing or moving, and you're kind of stuck in this place of still being soft but on low food, and then your training sucks, and then you're not building any muscle. It's just a dire position to be in. So I opted to go hard the other way, which was get strong, really focus on training, really get the body used to eating a good amount of calories, then start to pull second. So after that first 12 weeks, then we went into a more direct fat loss approach where we still focused on training, made sure nutrition around workouts was good. And to be honest, he still continuously got stronger throughout this process, but his body started to respond a lot better to dropping off that body fat. We were able to run this out for a good 4 months or so of dropping to the point in which we're at now. However, we got down to a certain leanness, which I put on the thumbnail of these photos, and it was a good, very, very good like before and after. But for our standard where we want to get even leaner to get all the body fat off, we ran what was known as like a diet break maintenance phase for a few weeks, just to restore his mental like focus, the body's ability to just use food, because you'll get to a point where if you diet for so long, you'll run out of steam anyway. And although we dropped a hell of a lot during this process, it made sense to just sit in a diet break with the fact summer was coming, he had events coming up. So we ran a diet break off the back of that, knowing that the scale weight we got to, we need to drop a few more to get leaner than where we actually are. We're now in that phase again, which it'd be nice when we finish this and I can show you the full before and after picture. But I think already in terms of how to fix a skinny fat approach, this shows a good story and should give you a lot of inspiration of like where you are, what to do and where to get to. So if we were to summarize everything we've spoken about here, we're going to say to begin with, we're going to sit just at maintenance, and our ability really is to just get stronger. And that's what you're going to focus on for 12 set weeks in the beginning, with ideally pushing feeding up when things start to like flatline out. So mission, more weight and more food. Then you prime, you're ready for fat loss, start to pull up food or increase cardio when you need to see a drop off on the scale weight. And you'll then start to see things taper off from a scale weight perspective. If you get to the bottom and realize you've probably got a little bit more to come off, but you're already low on food, high on cardio, sit in at a diet break for another period of time, restore, recuperate, replenish everything, and then push on again into that next phase. And that's the approach we take to get our Gorilla Platoon members, you know, that skinny fat fix, and that's our approach. So take from me what you like, apply it into your own life. And then obviously, if you want us to come and do this for you, there'll be a link in the description. Come join the Gorilla Platoon on the inside. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you tomorrow.